There are a multitude of ways to incorporate quarterback runs, as you know better than anyone else. Scramblers are dangerous. We've talked a lot about RPOs in the film room. But there are times when you just want the quarterback to be the ball carrier.
Well, when the quarterback can run, especially when he's athletic like a Jalen Milroe, you create tremendous problems for the defense because you can actually design plays like this play. This is a quarterback draw. Now, you can incorporate a pass with this, and in this case, they're running a smoke pass. But you can see here that as soon as this guy leaves the box, Wisconsin doesn't have enough. We have 7 to block 6 on offense. This guy's going to go through here. He's going to be the extra guy to come through. He's going to block this. He's going to come up on the backer. So got a hat for a hat, +1, which the +1 is 26 coming through the line. He's going to block most dangerous, so you have an explosive play.
Then you come back and you have one that he can read by reading the end man on the line.
Right, and this has no RPO, nothing built into it. These receivers are going to come out here and block. 45 is going to bluff. This is the guy that he would normally block. He's going to bluff him and come on the perimeter, which will make that guy close, thinking he's got to be able to squeeze the run. Jalen reads him. Now he comes out. We got an extra blocker. Receivers are doing a good job of blocking on the perimeter. Have another explosive play.
What about when you get close to the end zone then? Why is it even more effective there?
Well, down in the red zone, I think when the safeties get closer, you know, they can play the run better. So when you build in the extra blocker, again, instead of 26 getting the ball here, we're going to go in here and block these folks. We got an extra guy. We're going to get up on the backside backer. So again, you're going to create the +1 player with 26. Now you got numbers advantage. Quarterback's going to run. But here's the issue. This guy's not just a runner. This guy is a really good passer. He's a good scrambler. So he can beat you in so many ways, but this is the way that makes it really difficult for the defense.
And we've seen that exemplified time and time again, and probably will tonight when the Crimson Tide takes on Georgia. Numbers that Milroe has put up on the ground since the start of last season, more than 1,000 rushing yards when you take away sacks, and 18 times he's made it into the end zone. He's made it a habit of throwing touchdown passes, multiple touchdown passes, and scoring more than one time on the ground. And it'll be a challenge tonight, Kirk, for Georgia and Alabama to square off, for Georgia to deal with Milroe.
Yeah, I think it is. You look at Lamar Jackson in the NFL and what they've done with Coach Monken to build that system. And guy can run. You got to get an extra hat up. But this game tonight, you just talked about the offensive side. Can we talk about the SEC matchup last year, the championship, with you and going up against this Georgia defense? We're
actually reading this outside backer here. So if he goes up the field, all right, this is read, sweep, Q power. You mentioned Lamar Jackson. It's exactly the play they beat Dallas on at the end of the game. The guards are going to come around, block the backer. We're going to get up to the backside backer. Now you got to try to get Jalen on the ground. If 17 stays on the line, he's going to hand the ball off on the sweep, so you make an explosive play. This is what we call peanut butter, where we're going to fake a quick pitch.
Yep, fake
you
the
got
toss.
The pullers coming. So see how the defense, both linebackers and the safety, are over pursuing because of the fake and the pullers. Now, Jaden's going to come back and hit the counter up inside, which is where you want to hit it in the A gap, which is right up behind the center. And now he's going to run for explosive play
Coach,
again.
could that potentially, depending on the blocks here, could that potentially go out? I know you want him to get there, but is he responding to what happens in front of him there?
Right. We're not really reading this play.
Yeah.
This was a setup call, quarterback run. But you could do it that way, and that was an important first down at the end of the game.
Now, here's the third downs. It's the third down spy that we're going to see at some point. Not just one spy. They're using 2 spies because of the speed. 3-man rush.
But what these 2 backers do is they eyeball the guards, so you don't get any double teams, so 3-man rush is effective. But these 2 guys are spying the quarterback. Georgia's playing man-to-man in the secondary, makes the quarterback hold the ball. They make him step up in the pocket, where it makes it easier for these 2 spy backers to be able to make a play on them. And it's effective here. It works.
And if I'm rushing tonight, I don't want to get too far upfield where he can step up and potentially out, right?
Well, you do it 2 ways. You break the pocket one way. Like when we used to play Elway, we would make him scramble to his left because he couldn't throw the ball as well. So this guy would actually come underneath, and that backer would scrape and get him when he scrambled. They're trying to make Jalen step up here because both rushers are going wide. You really don't want him to get pushed by the quarterback, but They don't want him to take off running sideways either.
Same third down. This time, instead of man, they're playing zone behind it.
Playing zone. Now, two different guys are the two spies. 32 in the inside backer. They're playing zone, so they give up a zone because you're really using 5 guys on a rush, even though you're only rushing 3. We hit the void in the zone, which is the middle hook right here, and make an explosive play.
Puts this guy in a tough spot because you can't cover this guy and this guy.
That's right. And this guy's playing that guy.
Yeah, and Jalen's deciding what to do off of what this guy does.
Right. The way I'd like to do it when I was coaching was we only spied the quarterback when we were playing man-to-man because of the voids that get created in zone.
Just like that. Do you see them tonight playing with, they're going to spy? Are they going to play, you think, more man? Or you think
if you don't let 5 guys against Jalen and press the pocket, you better have somebody spying him if you're playing man-to-man.
Yeah.
That's right.
We got going here.
Nice scarf.
Yeah.
What's going on? This is from the Ballin' Bama Cowboy right over there. It's a bit hot, I will say, but everything you're talking about on the offense is sweating. Yeah, it's very thick. This is faux fur. This is not a real animal that died here, but the Ballin' Bama Cowboy certainly has dressed my shoulders up a little bit. You can feel it here. But Jalen Milroe, everything you just showed right there, not only does he have 2 spies on that particular play in the SEC title game, anytime they do this, you have to freeze a linebacker or a safety too. It opens up everything. It is the pivotal point of current football.
Doesn't a dual guy like that make you, like a Lamar, you can only do so much in coverage when you have a guy that you have to account for up in the line of scrimmage, even in the run game?
Right. Well, I think that Georgia really likes to play man-to-man, just like we like to play man-to-man here in the past. So they're going to have a spy on him or he'll make big plays running against you.
Man-to-man means back turned to quarterback.
Great problem there. We know that Milroe's going to have to make plays for Alabama. For Alabama or Georgia, who's a guy maybe we're not thinking about you think could be an X factor tonight?
Well, I don't know if you're not thinking about him. I just think because he's young, I think that Ryan Williams, 17 years old, Kirby said whoever can handle the momentum changes and shifts, that's who's going to be successful. I think a young guy just out there having fun, playing the game he loves, not really concerned about the momentum changes. I think Ryan Williams can be a guy to keep an eye on tonight.
I think the X factor potentially is the Ballin' Bama Cowboy and all these people.
All these people.
Whenever these teams play each other, it's on a neutral site. Normally, it's either in Atlanta or it's a college football playoff game. Now Georgia has to come in to a rumpus environment that's going to be playing Dixieland Delight. Carson Beck has played in big games, obviously, but he's going to have to handle it. And it's quite an advantage for Alabama and the home team, I think, today.
I think if there's an X factor for me, it's Georgia. Defensive line has been an issue because of their injuries. Michael Williams is trying to come back. Game time decision, number 13. Can he come back? They have Hall coming back. They have Brenson coming back. So I think the Georgia defensive line, if they can hold up the depth, because I think it's a line of scrimmage game, I think that could be a huge factor in this game, Georgia up front.
Well, I think whoever can run the ball usually has the best chance to win this game. Not only does running the ball impact the down and distance, it affects the play action passes, explosive plays down the field, and all the things that you can do to make plays with RPOs. So the line of scrimmage and who can run the ball is going to be the big X factor to me in this game.
Coach, that's you got a little pointer. I got a big old pointer.
Keep an eye on Arian Smith. Arian Smith from Georgia makes big plays in big games. 50-yarder against Alabama, 76-yarder against Ohio State, 50-plus against Tennessee.
Philadelphia, Miami, Madison, and everywhere in between, even Hawaii a few times. Today will mark the 664th consecutive game for Tommy Ray. And he is here with us today on College GameDay. How do you feel about that level of commitment to the Tide? Certainly do. I understand, Tommy, that you have met every single Bama head coach since Bear Bryant. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Except for one.
Coach Nick Saban.
Coach Nick Saban?
What?
Yes, ma'am.
We know Nick Saban.
Yeah,
he happens to be right here on College GameDay. Coach Saban,
Make that happen.
can we make Tommy's day?
Tommy, how you doing? Good. Appreciate your support for all these years, man. I wish I could have won 600 games in a row.
You won a bunch. Thank you, sir. I just want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for making this one. He is the difference. And I would like to thank Coach Nick Saban for everything he does for the University of Alabama, the community, and especially the church community. We're very thankful. The university is very thankful to have him. And I just want to give thanks to Rick Carley for keeping this insanity alive. And a special thank you to my brother-in-law, Kenneth McQuarrie, who walked me down that embankment in 1960.
Took you to your first game, right, Tommy? We are so happy to have him here with us today.
All right, Tommy.
A true
Thank you,
and
man.
dedicated
Appreciate
Alabama
you.
football fan.
All right,
Guys,
thank you. God
I'd like to
bless
say,
you.
thanks to Jesus Christ and Nick Saban. I love that. I love Alabama.